I came across a deceptively unassuming thread on Endless a forum for electric mobility. 10 kilowatt stand up scooter with air suspension. Really simple title, but 10 kilowatts? I mean, that's incredible power. So, what is that? I wondered. Is this modifying a scooter, somehow adding additional power? Well, it turns out the title severely undersells the project that this thread represents. This, it turns out, is an entirely custom, extremely premium scooter made from custom machined parts. No 3D printing here, almost nothing off the shelf. I mean, this thing is made from scratch. It looks incredible, and its specs are even more impressive. This scooter is a monster. Now, it's just a prototype. This isn't available for sale, but the story documented over the course of this thread by this scooter's inventor, a guy who goes by the name of Alex 2D out of Russia, is incredible. It's called the Vostok One, and it has 5 design goals: extreme reliability, making it 10,000 kilometers without repair; extreme power, 5,000 watts was the original goal. Obviously, we know from the title of 10 kilowatts, they exceeded that. But wow, 5,000 watts on an electric scooter. Extreme range, 100 kilometers or 62 miles. Substantial comfort, air suspension. And the 5th design goal was manageability. Now, I never got clarity from the thread about what the inventor meant by that. Honestly, have no idea, but man, did he blow it out of the water with this thing. So, how did he do? Well, the specs are the scooter is 104 pounds. Now, the thing is, this scooter is being documented really along a journey of many revisions, some small, some large. It's not always clear at what stage of the journey these specs are being reported. This may or may not be final. The inventor talks about the entire scooter as if it's, nothing about it is final. It's very clear this is just a prototype. But from what I could tell, the specs are 47 kilograms or 104 pounds, 10 kilowatts of power is reported in many of the videos that are done here that the inventor shares. And actually, at one point in the thread, the number 12.2 kilowatts is bandied about. Now, when it began, this scooter would run 54 kilometers an hour or 33.5 miles per hour. But then the upgrades began. The first upgrade being adding a radiator to the motor and adding mechanical, or rather hydraulic brakes instead of the mechanical brakes they started out with to support additional power output. At this point, the top speed is recorded at 60 miles per hour. To put this in perspective, the Nanrobot D4 Plus, a very premium scooter, its top speed is 40 miles per hour or 64 kilometers an hour. The Dualtron Thunder, one of the most premium scooters commercially available, tops out at 46 miles per hour or 75 kilometers an hour with a max output of 5,400 watts. We're talking less than half the power of this custom scooter. This thing really is next level. Wrapping up, how did this inventor do against these ambitious goals that he set for himself? Well, for reliability, I'd say the jury's still out. Obviously, repairs were made along the way. This thing was a giant living experiment. Lots of upgrades, as I've mentioned. So while there were many repairs, well within the stated goal of 10,000 kilometers, I don't think that's fair to hold it against it. I think the real test is now that this prototype has been quote unquote finalized and then sold to somebody for, again, nearly $30,000. What does the next 10,000 kilometers look like? That would be interesting. I doubt we're ever going to get that answer. For power, the answer is yeah, absolutely. 5,000 watts was the plan. We know that over 12,000 watts of peak power was achieved. And once the battery was finalized, a baseline of constant power was established for 1920 watts. Anything more than that could only last for a couple of minutes. But you know how it is with these scooters, having a boost power in reserve when needed. But heat consideration, even with the liquid cooling, is a concern. So 1920 watts constant power, I think that's incredible. For range, the final battery is 40 amp hours, and 100 kilometers was the goal range. That I think is attainable. I would guess, given the weight. That's a larger battery, for example, than a Dualtron Thunder, which can achieve well over 100 kilometers. Now, of course, this isn't at full speed, but that goes without saying. So I would say the range is likely yes, but that is not confirmed by the inventor. For comfort, yeah, that's subjective, but air suspension was implemented and even upgraded along the way. The capacity for this scooter is 1,000 pounds. And the inventor was asked, why is it so important to have all of that weight? Aren't you just adding unnecessary weight to the chassis of the scooter? And he said, well, yeah, I could save 3 or 4 pounds and reduce the weight capacity in doing so. But at 1,000 pounds, I can take jumps, I can ride downstairs, do crazy stuff on this and not ever have to worry if it is going to be able to support that force. Not to mention the savage Russian potholes we've seen in his videos. These streets look absolutely tough. What a training ground to build a scooter on. Overall, I think, yeah, like I said, he hit this out of the park. This scooter's incredible. I'm really excited to see what's coming next. The inventor is done with this project. It's been sold, but more scooters are planned. He has a new working space, a new workshop, and I hope we get an update from him soon. Hey, thanks for watching until the end. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit like and subscribe. We're going to keep bringing you great content. Catch you next time.